Когда вам нужны деньги, они нужны вам именно сейчас. В отличие от других сервисов, Займер.ру — это робот онлайн-займов. Он работает без участия человека. Как только вам понадобятся деньги, заполните заявку онлайн, и нужная сумма моментально будет отправлена вам на карту. Займер.ру – лучший способ быстро занять деньги.
What's going on? This is the Lum, the Dapper Young Lad. This Dapper life is not a fad. What's going on? That's my joint right there at Instagram and Snapchat. Yeah, I'm right back. I just thought of something else. And I should probably just wait till tomorrow to keep the viewers going. But, you know what I'm saying? When I'm inspired, man, I just throw it out there. It's free game. Bam. Something that people never, ever do. Something people never, ever do. And it's what I always do. You know what I mean? Research, test, and interview your employer. You know what I'm saying? Something I always do. Always research, test my employers. So, for instance, I'm thinking about working at this dealership here in the Kansas City area. So, what did I do? First, I went up there. Went up like an hour early before I was supposed to go to the interview. I walked the whole dealership, checked out the inventory, see what they was working with, doing around, looked at the whole building. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see how people was going to interact with me and see how they was going to talk and everything like that, see if they're going to welcome me. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, blah, blah, blah. Wanted to see that is going on. And then also what I did is, as I sent them what's called, I tested them. So not only did I research them, I checked their background, I checked out all their Google reviews, everything like that, see exactly where they were sitting at, see how they handle complaints and things of that nature. Then secondly, I checked them see if they're part of the business bureau. I actually had an A+ rating, which is really good, seeing how they actually handle that, see if their business actually good, because for one, working at certain places is going to ruin my personal brand, you know what I mean? So I got to work at a place which I feel is going to be in line with my brand, and you know what I mean? So I can't actually be associated with a poo butt, basically. And then secondly, what I've done is actually send them an email. I want to see exactly how fast they're going to respond back to my email, see how they're going to respond to my email, see if they're going to do any creep stuff, anything like that. So I tested them. And then also I'm actually going to call them to actually see how they handle a call and see how they actually handle me and everything like that, see what they're trying to do and everything like that, so I can get an idea of their processes. You know what I mean? So what you always should do is always research the company that you think about working for. You know what I mean? Test them, see exactly how they're going to treat people and everything like that. And then also, you should always interview them, you know what I mean? Which is all I'm doing, you know what I mean? And turn it back, because just as much as they're giving to you, you're giving to them. They're looking for somebody. And if you actually are like a prime candidate, you like, shit, I can work anywhere. I know I can work at any dealership that I want to, you know what I mean? So I'm choosing which one I want to work at. Where do I want to work at? I want it to be close to home. I want it to be this. I want it to be that. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to have to do this. Okay, this fits the mode. Well, let me see. I could take my talents here. Like LeBron James, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. Well, you take your talents to an employer, so they should be fitting, you know what I'm saying? Just like you go down there, like me, a basketball player. When they go down there, what they do? They go talk to them first. They go walk and see the facility, shake hands with all the coaches and everything like that. Okay, man, I think this might be a good fit for me. I think I might be able to go here. And thanks for everybody dropping in here. I think I should go here, blah, blah, blah. You should do the same thing with your potential employers or your future employers, you know what I mean? So it really, at this place, I already did an interview, you know what I'm saying? And dude was like, hey man, just hit me back if you're still interested this time, because I told him I didn't want to start until a little bit later. So right now, I did that on purpose, so I have time to test them, research on them, and all that type of stuff too. So I can see exactly if I really want to work here now, this place I really want to work here, or if I need to go take my talents elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? I was actually thinking about calling on here, but I probably won't call on here, because I was about to do the call today and check them out, make sure everything's all right. So I want y'all to do the same thing, man. Know your worth, and knowing that worth, know that wherever you go, to one place to another, is going, you know, it's your track record. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody who really wants to have a job, I'm not really a person looking to have a job at the end of the day. I'm looking to open up my businesses and things like that. And if you follow my previous scope, you'll know why I'm thinking about working at a dealership, because there's always more game that I can learn at somebody else's expense. So with that, you know what I'm saying, you should do the same thing with your employers. You be like, shoot, is this a place where I can learn something? Is this a place where from people whom I want to learn something from? You know what I mean? If you look at it from the internship type thing, where you're only there to gain some information and get a little money. So I can get money and I can learn something. And am I going to be at the place where I'm under somebody who I would want to be mentored by, you know what I mean? Which is also one thing, if you look at anybody who get money, who got a lot of money, they got people who they mentor them. There's people that they look up to. There's somebody that they call when they can't think of something. They like, let me call him up. Let me get some wisdom. Let me get some insight. Shit like that. I got people like that. And you know what I'm saying? I made a point to actually ask somebody, sit somebody down like, yo, I like your style, son. That's not what I said, but I was like, basically, I know that everybody, what I basically said verbatim was, every successful person I know has a mentor, and I like the way you run this. We have a lot in common because he was from Kansas City as well, and I want you to be my mentor. I just asked him straight out, would you be my mentor? He's like, yeah, I'll be your mentor. Cool. And you know, we've been cool ever since. And he, every time I ask him, man, you think I should do this, do this? He's like, man, blah, 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 blah. And I always get a beautiful insight from him. So that's one thing too, get an internship, but then also look at a place where you can be mentored. You know, if they're not trying to mold you, not trying to train you up, not trying to make sure that you can be the best person that you be, you don't want to be there. You know what I mean? Every place that you go to, every job you go to should be a place where they are trying to sculpt and mold you into being the best blah, blah, blah you can be. So if you're going to be a, like, let's say you're an architect or some shit, they should be molding you to be the best architect you can be. So they should want to give you training and stuff like that. Especially if you're in a certain business where everything is fast moving, you should always be a place where they're always constantly training you, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. You know, you should always look at it at that, but you won't know if they do that type of stuff if you don't research into it, you don't look into it. And hey, if all else fails, don't be afraid to ask somebody who worked there if they like to work there. You know what I mean? You should always check out that type of stuff. Do as much information as you can, because then you know what you're getting yourself into. It's not like you're being blindsided like, damn, this place sucked. I did not think it was like this. If you actually did a little bit of research, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. You know who the players are. You can look at that. You know, okay, this is the boss. This is who that is. That is. Before you come in and, you know, step on somebody's toes, and you're like, oh, I did not know that was who that was. But if you already looked at like the military has a chain of command. Every building and every company headquarters has a chain of command. There's the president, there's secretary of defense, and all this other people. Then there's your company battalion, was your brigade battalion, all that good stuff, all the way down to the person who you talk right to, like your squad leader, right? You should have the same thing going. You should know. You should already know that before you walk in the building. Like for instance, when I went to the interview for this one place, I knew exactly. The owner walked up to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm going on." I was like, "I know exactly who you are, sir." Blah blah blah. Because I did. I know exactly who he was. I know exactly who the people that work the internet. Blah blah blah. I know the people that have been working there the longest. Blah blah blah. I knew all this before even. I knew that all before even stepping foot in the door, because I researched the crap out of the company to do that. So another game I'm giving out. I didn't want this one to be a super long one either, but just a little bit of stuff to help you dictate your lifestyle, man, and make your life a little bit better. Hopefully, it edified you a little bit. Man, shout out to the clothing line, DYL Clothing. We got that popping. This is an old joint. I might get something going for you guys for the summer for this album release. Also, check that DYL Volume 1 that's coming out this summer as well. I appreciate y'all stopping by, man. And people on the replays, hearts are just as important as they are in the actual broadcast, man. And may we all be dapper. Peace.